Well, hello and welcome to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading for serious tarot-minded people. All right, say that every day because I want to convey what separates this tarot reading from, as far as I'm concerned, to the best of my knowledge, any other tarot reading on the world. Most of the tarot readings are fluff as far as I'm concerned. They're dealing with lollipops and rainbows and that kind of stuff and wah-wah and, all of that has a place, but it is not the ultimate goal. Tarot, and I've done tarot for over 20 years, tarot is the science of potential. Now that's different from numerology and astrology, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but tarot is the science of potential. In other words, you got to get involved. You got to step in. You have to relate to the frequency in the reading. That's why I only by the way, do 5 cards, 4 of which are tarot cards. Nice, tightly focused. That's why you don't see me. First of all, I'm an old man. I'm not attractive. It would take away from the message, and I don't want anything to take away from the message of the reading, because I want to create a situation for you so that you start to imagine. You start to create pictures, sounds, textures, feelings in your own mind. Not some damn computer, smartphone, and any other bullshit that they're throwing at us. You have the ability right from birth to create pictures to help create the life you want. Now, it may not happen immediately. It may take months, years, whatever. But if you plant the thought, and it really doesn't take much. I mean, I've heard of a lot of people, famous people, who, I think it was Matthew McConaughey. I think that was the last one I heard of back. I was reading a story a couple of weeks ago. He wrote, when he was in his very early 20s, what he wanted out of his life, what he wanted to be out of his life, whatever. And he put it on a piece of paper. The act of writing it out is powerful, and especially if you can do longhand script. Not just print, but longhand. It seems to connect with the mind somehow. I don't know how, but I've read several studies in that regard. So he did this. And then he put the paper in a place where he knew he would never lose it or forget it, which, of course, means he lost and forget it, because we all do that crap. So it wasn't for a couple of decades later that, as he was, I guess, getting ready to move to a new home, and he was kind of organizing stuff in his home, in his particular section, he ran across that paper with those things on it. And he said, as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking to myself, holy shit, this is exactly what the hell I wanted, and this is what I got. So manifesting is not as complicated as we make it. In fact, we manifest all the time, but it's usually negatively. Geez, I don't want that to happen. I don't want this person. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. And it happens. And that's because we're doing exactly what you need to do to manifest. I'm trying to get you to be inspired rather than perspired, and get you to illuminate your life. Manifest what will help you grow spiritually, because that's the most important thing. Yeah, we love the nice clothes and cars and houses and stuff, but we see now that all of that is very shallow, because number one, as you take a look at Hollywood or any place where people have a lot of money, they're very unhappy, really unhappy, never satisfied. So more things doesn't fill the hole in your soul. In fact, I think it was Jim Carrey who said, for all the people who think that money and fame are so important, I wish you money and fame. And then find out for yourself. It does not fill the hole in our soul. It is joy, happiness, love, friendship, peace. Those are the things money cannot buy, and those are the things that give you a happy, satisfying, joyful existence. So I want you to connect into that energy with a reading. Now, if we had a room of 10 people, and I know we have more than that who listen to the podcast, but let's say we had a room of 10 people, and I've read this tarot stuff here for you. Out of the 10, one person would probably really resonate, maybe a second if it was a good day. So that means at least 8 out of the 10 people would go, well, geez, it's a nice reading. I learned some stuff. It's fabulous, great. But it didn't it didn't hit my soul. Don't worry. That's normal. Even if you were doing astrology, numerology, you get the same numbers in those readings as well. It's the human condition. If it doesn't resonate, don't worry about it. There's tomorrow, next week, next month. I'll be here every day. I do a brand new read every day. 365, don't stop, because helping you manifest is what's really important for me. That's my goal. And the people around me are telling me, share, like, subscribe, share, like, subscribe, share, like, subscribe, especially like and subscribe. That really, I think, hits the algorithms, and we're playing that game. But my goal is to get you to remove all distractions. That's why you only see the 5 cards on the screen. You only hear me. You don't have to look at me. I want you to focus tightly on the message. Okay? By the way, just for laughs, I've done astrology for over 50 years, numerology for over 50 years. Those you can predict, because those are the science of cycles. And you can predict not the exact events, but the energy from one cycle to the next. We're repeating this cycle right now that we last had, haven't had it since, but 1776, when we declared our freedom, we had the revolution. Same energy right now. And you can see the similarities. So that's why astrology, numerology, extremely good for predicting, giving you a good general idea. But tarot is the science of potential. You're the key. So let's get to it. Middle card, as I said, is the Oracle card. It sets the mood for the reading, and today it is poised. Poised. It's an interesting word. What it means is you're ready. You're getting ready. It's like you're ready for some action, some activity, like a race. You know, let's say you're running a 100-meter race. Well, you wait for the guy to fire the gun. Boom. You're right at the starting blocks, right at the starting gate. You're not in the race, but you're right there. Just give me a sign. Boom. I'm off and running. And so that's the deal. The meme for today kind of fits it. It comes from George Bernard Shaw. It says, people who say that it can't be done shouldn't interrupt those who are doing it. Now, there are a lot of people who believe that there is nothing that can be done to save humanity, and they got a point. Over the last 7,000 years, which we would call recorded history, because once you get past 7,000 years, you got the Younger Dryas, you got the Ice Age, you got the Older Dryas, and then you have some master civilizations that we know nothing about, except for the fact that they've left humongous buildings, architecture, whatever, but we don't know anything else. So we can't depend on that. We can only depend on the last 7 years, starting, I think, essentially with the Sumerians and moving forward. Never in that 7,000 years have we been able to wipe ourselves off the planet, but we can now. We have atomic warfare. We got biological warfare going on. It's called Big Pharma. We're in horrendous problems socially. People who we have not elected are telling us how to live our lives. They say you will have nothing and be happy. They're taking everything away. And now, over the last month or two, we got fog. We got planes falling out of the sky, crashing into one another. We got fires. Amazing. Almost like it was planned. And I think it was. We may have the plan sped up because of what's going on in Washington right now, the nominees. Deep State's getting very, very worried. So they're going to pick up the speed, pick up the disasters. One of the things that concerns me, just as kind of a sidebar here, is that they're going to scare the shit out of us so much. When you scare somebody, you got them. You got them, you beat them, they're defeated. It's done. We've proven that 4 years ago when we did this experiment thing with our health. All you got to do is scare them. And I think more and more people are waking up, more and more people are alert, they're connecting the dots. But in the meantime, all kinds of bizarre things are happening, planes falling out of the sky, things being I just saw a picture from Dearborn, Michigan, where I grew up. There was something in a midnight sky that was coming down, some kind of a bright orange. I didn't hit anything as far as but you wonder what the hell is going on up there. We know, of course, they're cloud seeding. There's something going on, and if they can scare us enough, they can bring the military in and say, well, we have to, for everybody's safety. That's the bullshit line they tell you. Oh, it's safety. They're going to take away our rights. Oh, it's just temporary. It's just only going to be a couple of weeks. Where did I hear that before? If they install it, ain't going anywhere. Not unless you and I reinvigorate the 1776 spirit. And you know what I mean. And we may be at that point, because coming up in July 4, or on July 4, 2026, it's our 250th anniversary of the United States of America. 250 years. July 4th, 2026. That's how long I'm giving the administration to see, do they help the middle class? Do they help the poor? I don't give a damn about the rich. They could pack them all up and throw them in the ocean for all I care. They've destroyed every single thing, dehumanized us, made us just numbers, because they don't value us. And they made that clear because they want to get rid of us. 90% of us, anyway, is what they tell us. Bill Gates, Georgia Gates, a number of other people. By 2050, they want 90% of the people on the planet right now gone. So this all kind of fits. But you're at the starting gate of something new. And I think the country is in that similar position, although we still have our crazy-ass morons running around screaming all kinds of crazy-ass bullshit. Makes no sense. I never realized that there were that many psychotics in humanity before, but boy, they've come out of the woodwork, haven't they? Yow. So the idea is for you to be poised, to be prepared, to be at the starting gate. It almost sounds like it's from the book of Revelation. It's not, though. By the way, speaking of Revelation, you know what that means? It means you see. For the first time you see. It's revealed to you. And on a deeper level, that revelation gives you context. It's not just simply seeing the event, but understanding why the event happened in the first place. Two-part revelation. Anyway, we go all the way to the left. It's the Six of Cups. Cups are things that we're connected to emotionally. Six of Cups says we are connected to the past, or wishful thinking, or fantasy, or we're going back to a time that feels emotionally more comfortable. We feel connected. We feel human again. And part of the reason we're going to do that, here is the Seven of Swords, in reverse, by the way. Swords are thoughts and ideas. The Seven of Swords, most tarot people go, oh, well, in another card you could see it better. There was some sort of party or get-together going along, and this guy is stealing away with swords. He's not stealing away with a damn thing. Not a damn thing. What he's doing is he's taking the five swords, the five true things that he knows, and the two swords indicating he's making a decision to leave the game. Change his thinking. Change his belief system. So instead of pining for the past, which, by the way, never really existed. If you went back to it, you'd see it differently now. But that emotional imprint, he's changing his thinking and he's saying, I am ready for whatever is coming next. I'm poised. I'm ready. And the next card happens to be the King of Swords. But it's in reverse. You are in the process right now of, like a lot of other people, observing, watching. What's going on in Washington? What are they doing? How are they making our lives better? Are they doing what they said that they were going to do? Are they doing what they're promised? Are they good to their word? Like I said, I'm giving them to July 4th, 2026, their 250th birthday as a nation. That's it. If they don't deliver by then, I don't know, man. 1776 sounds awfully good, although it will be painful and messy. Find out that our battle to the Constitution was a messy, dirty, just as filthy as it is today. You had the assholes who were arguing against common sense and peace and democracy or whatever. You have to fight them just like you have to fight the morons today. That doesn't change. So you would like to return to the past, but you know it's going to be different, although maybe similar, but you're willing to change your thinking to bring that feeling back. And you're going to have your opportunity. That's what the King of Swords says. You're going to have that enlightened moment. We got major planets making changes in the next year, all changing signs. I'm telling you, boy, just get ready. You better be poised because this thing's going to take off and run like you cannot believe. And the final card is the Ace of Swords. Truth is what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for. Can I believe what the hell you tell me? Can I believe that you really give a damn about me? That your plans in government aren't there to completely dehumanize me and completely cannibalize me and completely destroy me? Can I believe? That's what a lot of people are hoping. I think you'll have your chance, but it's going to be a very painful lesson over the next year, year and a half. July 4, 2026. Keep it in mind. But right now, you're at the starting gate. You are poised for an adventure. We're going to get it. That's the reading for today. Back again tomorrow with another Tao Manifested reading. Between now and the next time you and I do get together, peace and blessings.